Hi guys, it's Ed Haynes here from Coastal Fitness Performance Training. Just really want to quickly go over a couple of things today. We get a lot of clients who train with us either on a personal training or in a group format who travel a lot. And when they're traveling, obviously they like to get their workouts in somehow or some way. And a lot of the time all they have is a hotel gym, or sometimes not even that, maybe just ring, skipping rope, something like a TRX. So what I wanted to talk about really quickly was a really simple and effective way that you can design your workouts to ensure that you're hitting all the areas you need to and combining a bit of strength and conditioning. This is just one way or one approach that you can use. There are hundreds and thousands of other ways you can do it, but I want to talk about this method. It's pretty simple to follow. So before we get into it, let's just quickly specify what our objectives are. So our objectives are, do you want to come in, Angel, a little bit closer? Come on, Angel. Again. So our objectives, we want to do some total body strength and conditioning. So very much generalized. Obviously, if you've had an assessment done with us or your coach, then you might have some specific targets or goals, but we're going to assume that this person is just looking for total body strength and conditioning. We're also going to target a little bit of body composition, and I'll explain why in a minute. When we talk about body composition, we're looking at increased lean muscle mass, and we're trying to decrease body fat mass. Our objective is to create something that's simple, effective, and efficient. Okay, so let's talk about it real quick. All right, Angel, I want you to zoom out. Okay, so we're going to make the assumption that this person wants to train twice a week. It might be twice in 3 days, it might be twice in 4 days, it might be 4 times in a week, in which case we can just repeat the cycle. I'm going to give you 2 examples, workout A and workout B. We're just going to talk about workout A really quickly. How I generally like to do this is I like to go with a A1, A2 and a B1, B2 exercise order. What that means is that you're going to complete exercise A1 followed by exercise A2, and then depending on the number of sets, you'll go back to A1, back to A2 until you completed the required number of sets. Once you've done your A1 and A2 work, you will do your B1 and B2 work. Okay, and you'll complete the required number of reps and sets, and then we might throw in some conditioning at the end. So we get a little bit of touch on strength and we get some touches on conditioning as well. So we're not going to go into actually programming for the conditioning, that can be another blog post. So here's how I would program it. In terms of selecting your exercises, really, really easy. For A1 on week 1 or A1 on session 1, you're going to choose your upper body anterior based exercise. So we know it's upper body, and anterior based means the front side of the body. So that can be anything from pressing movements, dumbbell, barbell, handstand push-ups overhead. It can be dumbbell pressing on any form of incline. It can be push-ups of some sort, using the rings, etc. So we're going to call that UBA, which is upper body anterior exercise. So you're going to select your exercise, and you're going to couple it with your A2, which is going to be a lower body posterior exercise. So we know it's a lower body, and posterior refers to the hind side. So it's basically can be anywhere between lower back, butt, hamstrings, calves, etc. So exercises I can think of are simple things like deadlifts and all its variations. You got Romanian deadlifts, Kang squats. You got good mornings. If you're in a simple hotel room, it doesn't have that. Hamstring curls, back extensions, cobras, supermans, all those kind of things. So you're going to alternate those 2 exercises. Now, in terms of your sets and reps, this is our A work, so it's generally going to be our more important work. So we're going to intensify those movements. What I mean by that is generally you're going to use more sets and lower reps because they're inversely related. So if you're going to go high sets, let's say in between 4 to 5 or 3 to 5 sets, your rep schemes are going to be generally lower. Anywhere between, for experienced athletes, maybe 1 to 4 reps to those who have more of a beginner. So what I'm looking for. Training age, you might go anywhere between 4 to 10 reps or even more. Okay, then our B1 and B2 work. If we're going to do A1, it's going to be an upper body anterior based exercise. Our B1 exercise is going to be an upper body posterior based exercise. We've got things like pull-ups, rows, rowing, any form of that variation. Even throw in some bicep work if body composition is really your goal. And we're going to alternate that with a lower body anterior exercise, because we did lower body posterior work is our A2. So our B2 is going to be lower body, anterior, so front of the body. That's going to be anything from squatting in a squat variation, lunging, step ups, even leg extensions if you're in a gym that doesn't have anything else. The options are endless. So we're going to know the reps and sets here. Generally this is going to be our accumulation sets or accumulation exercises. So we're going to do less sets and higher reps, which is generally going to mean lower loads. Okay, so we can just look at our strength weight there, and we know that we're going to hit everything in the body. We're going to alternate upper body anterior with a lower body posterior exercise, and then we're going to go upper body posterior, alternate with the lower body anterior exercise. And the beautiful thing about this is that your body's having to pump blood from the upper body to the opposite, the lower body extremities. So your body, we get something called peripheral heart action, which is where your body has to work harder to basically pump blood up and down the body, which gives us more of a metabolic effect. So for those who are on a boozy holiday or looking to sweat it out, this is a really, really good way to do so. And then we're going to throw in a bit of conditioning, and your conditioning really can be down to you. Maybe what you've done with your coach, it might be following your programming in your gym, in your box. Really that's up to you. But we wanted to tell us from a warming up standpoint, if it can be similar to our strength weight, that's great. Now for your second session, really, really easy. All you're going to do is you're going to simply swap your B's with your A's. So our B work, which is our upper body posterior chain exercise and our lower body anterior chain exercise, we're going to do as our A work. And our upper body anterior, lower body posterior are going to become our B work. So we're now going to do slightly more sets and lower reps for these guys up top. And you're going to do slightly more sets, slightly less sets and more reps for these guys. So we prioritize the different body parts within the week. And then of course we can change up our conditioning. So guys, that was just one really, really quick and easy and effective way that you guys can plan your workouts. The only thing that really has to change is the exercise that you choose, and you can keep it really fun and varied. Thank you.